Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Damsel in Distress. This is going to be our spiritual advice for the week. This is going to start with angel guidance, keepers of the light, star seeds, and animal messages. So these would be spiritual messages that you can apply. Take only what resonates in the message. These are collective readings, but I do offer paid personal readings through email, and it includes a Zoom call so you can see me face to face during your reading. Ask me questions at the end. All right, let's get started. Thank you, angels. What do we have for our spiritual guidance for the collective message this week? We have take charge and action. So if there's something that you've been kind of hemming and hawing, sitting on the fence about, not really knowing which direction to go, this is guiding you, telling you that it's time. Take that first step, take the action behind whatever it is that you're trying to go forward on. You may have to be the leader that you wish you had as well when that card comes up. So if you feel like you don't know which way to go, ask your angels for assistance. You do have to ask because we have free will. Angelic protection. They want you to know that no matter what, you are protected in the angelic realm. So they are cutting cords of things, people, places that do not serve your highest good. They want you to go forward. They want you to take this new step, this new journey, and they want you to know that you are protected. Michael stands strong with his flaming blue sword of protection there in order to sever ties of things that don't work. They need you to know it's time to surrender. So surrender all your worries, all of your problems that you yourself cannot seem to solve. Surrender to the divine plan and what they have in store for you. Do the work. If there is something that you are struggling with right now, if it's forgiveness to somebody, if this is something where you feel like you can't trust yourself or you can't trust others, you need to surrender all of these worries, all of these cares, but you need to do the inner work as well. Sometimes that's the hardest hurdle, is to do the inner work, the shadow work. Vulnerability brings freedom. So by doing the shadow work and honoring your true, authentic self and who you truly are, you are embodying who God created you to be. So that brings freedom. It brings vulnerability, which can be very scary for most people. But once you embrace your true, authentic self, nothing else can harm you anymore. You can be you. You don't have to worry about what anybody else thinks, and you just embrace who you are, and that brings you freedom. All right, let's see what we have from our keepers of the light. These are ascended masters from all over the globe, and I love it because it doesn't exclude anybody. Mahatvar, I can never say this name. Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Know that all things are energetically connected to one another. So we as humans are all connected to each other, animals, nature, all sorts of everything that is a living anything on this planet is all connected spiritually and energetically. Let's see, Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, and release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So again, this goes back to being vulnerable, and it brings freedom. Joan of Arc died as a martyr because she was willing to speak how she felt about her religion. And this is definitely not necessarily a religious reading, but this is more of a spiritual card. So that is something where you need to focus on what your purpose is, why you're here, and stand strong. I feel like you could be facing a lot of adversity in your life right now, and you definitely are going to have to let go of the fear of what people think of you in order to truly move forward. Hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So this card is really significant when it comes up with any reading, but truthfully, this is all about accepting yourself. And I feel like that's what they're telling you. You need to do the work. You need to learn to love and accept yourself, not just other people, but you also need to have loving thoughts and compassion for yourself as well. So that's the vulnerability. That's surrendering to the divine plan for your life. So for what your calling is, and you need to embrace it. Kali Ma, facing your fears. Major spiritual changes are unfolding, and this is your chance to soar. So God will never give you more than what you can handle, and we hear that a lot, right? But what does that really mean? Well, that means that you are allowed to be scared, but you need to also face your fears, and don't be so afraid that you maybe miss a chance to do something really important with your life. And you need to embrace the fears. I feel like your third eye is opening. You're starting to listen to your intuition. And there's definitely major changes that are coming. Kali Ma is kind of, she would be equivalent to like the death card in tarot. And so this is something that signals big changes and transformation. So like a snake sheds its skin and it comes out refreshed and renewed. I feel like you're kind of going through a whole rebirth process right now. Things are definitely changing. Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. So if you're a leader in your life, let's say you're a parent or you're a boss or whatever the case may be, this is telling you it's time. You need to take action. You need to do the work, take charge, face your fears, have hope, love yourself, and listen to your intuition. But you definitely need to lead by example. Lord Shiva, transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. So, awesome card. You're transcending obstacles. You're facing your fears. You're finally starting to step into your true authentic self. So you need to honor that. All these things that you feel you're called to do in life, you need to embrace those. Those changes are meant for your higher good, and it's ultimately meant to lead you where you're supposed to be in life. So enjoy it. Dance with the universe. Embrace your gifts. What do we have from our animal messages today? Orangutan, working to live joyously, not living to work. That might be one of the changes you need to make. If you spend all of your time at work and you're just barely scraping by, you're just existing. You're working to live. You're not living to work. So you need to embrace the changes that Spirit is trying to show you. They're trying to point you in a different direction, and this one would be better for you. So if this is a job that, you need it because you've got bills to pay, and who doesn't anymore, you just want to make sure that whatever it is brings you some sort of fulfillment and joy, that you're not just wasting away at a meaningless job that, barely covers the bills. There's probably something better for you. Mouse, be persistent and incisive, and all obstacles will be overcome. So this tells you that if you keep going and you keep doing the work, you keep plugging away, there's definitely something better that's coming, and you're going to be able to overcome any obstacle. Butterfly, delight in life and embrace change as the source of your creativity. You might be a really creative person, and some jobs, let's face it, a lot of jobs can really stifle that creativity. They kind of want you to conform and be what they want you to be, and not necessarily be your true, authentic, individual self. So embrace any changes that are coming. And definitely, if there's a creative outlet that you're trying to explore those things, because the creativity is what's going to bring you happiness. Kangaroo, as events take on their own momentum, you take a true leap forward. Changes are coming for a reason, and they're meant to catapult you going forward. We are not meant to stay stuck and stagnant our whole life, stay, at a job we don't like, or in relationships that don't work, or even sometimes staying in the same city that you were born and raised and grew up in. Changes are meant for a reason. So things are definitely moving forward. There's going to be some momentum that's going to help you actually make that leap and go forward. Scorpion, in a new relationship, passion offers the challenge of ecstasy and pain. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. This is one where, what is the old saying? There's a fine line between pleasure and pain. So this is something where there could be a lot of passion with a new partner, but it also could border on things being a little bit chaotic or toxic. So be very careful if you're with somebody new, that things don't get out of control and you kind of let things run wild. So be a little cautious. Panda, enjoy the sanctuary of solitude to regain self-esteem and tranquility. So this is a card that says you kind of need to slow down. After all these big changes, take a breather, kind of just enjoy where you're at for a little while, and you might want some time alone, bring you a little tranquility, a little bit of peace. Porcupine, you may defend yourself honorably without hurting those close to you. So this is prickly energy. Porcupines have all the spines on them, and especially when they're scared or they're trying to defend themselves, they shoot their quills at whatever is the enemy or whatever they feel is trying to harm them. So this is a card that says you can defend yourself and you can speak your opinion, and you can do it in a way that doesn't hurt other people. So if you feel like your words may have hurt somebody, you may need to choose them more carefully in the future. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. This card is signaling huge transformations, huge changes in your life, and you may feel like you've hit rock bottom in some area. When you do that, that is a very scary scenario, but it connects you to God's source in the universe. And ultimately, God wants us to be isolated sometimes so that we know that we have Him in our corner and that we're able to rely on them to go forward. So your spirit team, your angels, your guides, your guardians, ascended masters, religious practitioners, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you believe in, this is letting you know that even if you hit bottom, the only way to go is up. So you need to surrender to the changes that are being made. And it may be very scary for a little while, but when you hit rock bottom, the only way to go from there is up. Jump in. Andromedan energy adventure. Say yes to change. I love this card. It looks like a giant eyeball to me, and she's kind of floating through there. So this is a card saying it's time. These changes need to happen. You need to surrender to the changes that Spirit is trying to guide you on, because they're meant for something better. If we stay stuck and stagnant, nothing ever changes. So embrace the change. Whale and orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. So whales spend their whole life in the deep sea, and they also mate for life, I'm pretty sure. So this is something that you might want to listen to. Frequency music, binaural beats is another one they're giving me, meditation music, or even nature sounds in order to kind of help ground your energy and change things for you. If you're an artist that like sings music or writes music, they want you to share that information with others, whether that's, you know, a social media platform or recording your music and getting it out to other people. That frequency of sound is something that we all connect to, and music is super spiritual as well as it really affects us internally. It's also something that unites us with music. So think of a ton of people listening to the same song. They all may have a different experience with it, but music actually helps us create memories. So that's something that's super important to you right now. Lifting the veil, questioning everything and anything unaligned must go. So this tells me that you're definitely on a spiritual path, and star seeds especially have a big mission here on the planet. And we're here to help shift the vibration of Earth and shift it into the new Earth. So you might be questioning everything right now, especially if you're in the beginning of your journey. Sometimes even, you know, throughout the journey, you're questioning things. So anything that doesn't agree with where you know you're supposed to be in life has to be eliminated in order to create the space for the new to come in. We have Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. So this is a card telling you that you've done a lot of things, or you're about to do a lot of things, a lot of changes coming through, a lot of big decisions, a lot of restructuring. Restructuring, that's a really good word for this reading. Thank you, Spirit. This is something that I truly feel like you need to also pause once in a while. And if everything is about work and everything is about the hustle and bustle of life, sometimes we have to slow down and we just have to be. And that's very difficult for a lot of people, especially if you're a workaholic or you're used to just the status quo of go, go, go. That's kind of our culture sometimes. But sometimes we just need to pause, and we just need to breathe, and we just need to ground our energy and reconnect to Mother Earth. And this is definitely a card signaling that it's time to slow down. Just enjoy life for a few minutes. And I don't know if this will show up on camera. She's just laying there in nature. The stream is flowing. She's grounding her energy. She's resting, connecting, beautiful energy. So that might be something that you need to be doing also, is just grounding that energy and coming back to nature. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So again, some of you might be creative people. You might have a creative outlet that you're thinking of exploring, but this is telling you that you can create the life that you want. You can literally manifest anything into your reality that you want to manifest. You can create the life of your dreams. So use that to your advantage. Your spirit team wants you to use that. That is why we're here. We are here living a human experience as a soul in order to learn how to manipulate energy. Anything that you can think of, if you can create it with a thought, you can create it in your reality. And that's the whole purpose of manifesting. So remember that your thoughts become things, and that your thoughts are very powerful. So create the life that you want. There's also creative accountability. So all that really means is that you are going to be accountable for the things that you create. So make sure that what you want, your intentions match your energy. So you never want to manifest from a place of negativity, and you never want to manifest things that you don't want. So if you're repetitively thinking negative thoughts like this will never happen, there's no way that is for me, then you're manifesting the negative. So stay positive, raise your vibration. That's the other reason why you need to connect back to nature and get grounded, and then manifest from a positive mindset. Thank you, universe. I am so grateful for the sunshine. Thank you, universe. I'm grateful for the blessings that you've given me. Thank you, universe. I am so grateful for the money that you've given me and the opportunity to work with others. Anything that you're grateful for, use gratitude, and they reward that with more. So never from a place of negativity, always from a place of positivity. I hope it helps, guys. Have a great weekend, and we will see you soon.